Hello children, I hope you all are healthy and safe. I, Ms. Kunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcome you all to the e-learning classes of English Grammar, and today we are going to revise 4 of your English Grammar book, that is Everyday English Grammar and Composition. So first we are going to revise chapter 2, that is singular and plural nouns. Okay, so on the basis of number, when we talk about number, okay, so nouns are categorized into 2 categories, that is singular noun. First one is singular noun, and the second one is plural noun. Okay, so in the singular noun, singular means when we are referring to one person, place, animal or thing. Okay, when we are referring to one thing or person or place or animal, that noun would be singular noun. Okay, but when I talk about plural noun, it refers to more than one thing. Okay, when we are referring to more than one person, place, animal or thing, that time the noun would be what? Plural noun. So first example, I will give you examples of both, that is singular and plural. So first we will take the example of singular noun. I am writing box over here. So box is referring to only one box, right? Only one box we are talking about over here. So this is the example of singular noun. But what would be the plural noun of box? Okay, so the plural noun of box would be boxes. That means boxes refer to more than one box, right? So that is why this is an example of plural noun. Okay, now there are some ways to change this singular to its plural form. Okay, so what are these ways? Let's see the first way, that is ways to form plural noun. Okay, so the first way is what? The first way is to change some nouns from singular to plural, we only add s at the end. For some nouns, we just need to add s in the last. So just simple thing what we need to do is we just need to add s. Okay, we'll just add s. Like I am giving you example of shop. Okay, it's shop. To make the plural, we will just add s in the last. That is shops, right? Now moving to the second rule. What is the second rule? If the noun ends in a hissing sound, that is, if it's ending with s, double s, sh, ch or x, we will add es in the last. So the second rule is what? Add es, right? We'll add es in the last, and some examples I can give it like dress. It's ending with double x, right? That means it's having a hissing sound. So what we will do to make its plural? We will add es in the last. That is dresses. We just added es. You can see it over here. We just added es. Okay, so this was this rule number second. Now rule number third. Rule number third is if the noun ends in y and the letter before the y is a consonant, change the y into I and add es. So if the noun ends with what? Y. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to see if it's ending with y and before y if there is a consonant. What you all know what is a consonant? The letters other than the vowels, that means other than a, e, I, o, u. That other than these letters, the other letters are consonants, right? So if y before y there is a consonant, what you will do is you will replace y with I and then you will add es. We'll understand it by seeing an example. Okay, I am writing an example, that is baby. Okay, you can see it's ending with what? Y, and before Y there is what? A consonant. This is what? This is a consonant, right? So what we will do is, we will add I in place of Y. I just added I in place of Y. You can see here, you can see after B there was Y, but you can see here after B there is I, because we replaced Y with I, okay, and then we added ES, okay. So this is what we need to do when it's ending with Y and before Y there is a consonant, okay. I am writing in short, that is if it's before Y there is a consonant. Now moving to the fourth rule. What is the fourth rule? Let's see. The fourth rule is, if the noun ends in Y and the letter before Y is a vowel. Now here also we are talking about Y only, it's ending with Y, but there is a difference. Here before Y there was a consonant, but here before Y there is a vowel. We just need to add S in the last. Okay, हमें सिर्फ क्या ऐड करना होता है? S. Just see, ends with Y and before Y there is a vowel, right? So I will take an example, that is key. Okay, key is ending with Y and before Y there is what? E, which is a vowel. What are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So E is a vowel. So what we will do is, to make its plural, we will just add S in the last. Okay, to make its plural, we just added S in the last. Okay, this was the fourth rule. Now the fifth rule. Let's see the fifth rule, which is given on page number 5. Okay, so for most nouns that ends in FE or F, okay, change the F or FE to V and then we will add ES. Okay, so ends with F or FE, right? So what we will do is, we'll just replace this with V and then we will add ES. For example, it's given loaf. Okay, it's ending with what? F. Okay, so what we will do to make its plural? We will replace F with what? V. Okay, and then we will add ES. So you can see after A what is coming? Here F is coming, but to make its plural, the plural form is having after A it's V, okay, because we replaced F with V and then we added ES, okay. Now moving to the sixth rule. Okay, the plurals of some nouns are formed by changing one or more vowels in them, okay. So there are some nouns that are changed. To make the plural of that noun, we just need to change the vowels in it. Okay, just see the example. I am just writing. Changing one or more vowels. Okay, so what we need to do is, we will just add what first word is. First example I am taking of this is foot. Okay, it's having two vowels, right? That is double O. It's having two vowels, and to make its plural, we'll just change its vowel only. Okay, it's having double O. So to make its plural, we added double E, because that is also a vowel. Okay, to changing one or more vowels. So this is the example of this one. Now moving to the next one, that is some nouns. There are some nouns that don't follow any rules while changing into plural. Now there are some nouns which don't follow these rules. We have studied and they don't follow these rules. Let's see some examples of that. Okay, so don't follow any rules. Let's see the example. Okay, so example is child. To make its plural, we'll add R-E-N. Okay, children. Okay, is it following any other rule, in any rules from the above? You can see no, because these rules don't follow these above rules that we have studied. Okay, that is why you can see child's plural form is children. Okay, now moving to the 8th one, that is some singular nouns do not change in their plural forms. Now there are some nouns that do not change their plural form, right? Like the plural noun of, you can see, sheep would be sheep only. Okay, I am writing example, that is sheep. Okay, the plural noun of sheep would be sheep only. Okay, because I will not make it sheeps. Okay, because it will remain same. They do not change into plural forms. Okay, now moving to the last rule. What is the last rule? There are some nouns that are always plural. They always remain plural. We don't need to make it like if the example is scissors. Okay, the example is, I'll not call it a scissor. Okay, if you also call scissor, then that is wrong. Okay, you need to call it as scissors. Okay, it will always be pronounced as scissors only. Okay. Now on page number 5, you can see on the top the first sentence is written of exercise number 8, that is the 5th sentence. Okay, so 5th sentence, there are lots of dash in our school. Room or rooms. Is there one room only in your school? No, there are so many rooms. So what we will use, room or rooms? We will write rooms. Okay. Now this is the answer for the 5th one. Now moving to your exercise number B, you can see the first sentence. There are 40 dash in my class. So here we are talking about more than one child or children, right? Child will come or children will come? Children will come. Okay, because we are talking about more than one person over here. That is why. So the answer for this one is children. Okay, now moving to your next exercise, that is on page number 6. See exercise, rewrite the sentences by changing the nouns from plural to singular and make other necessary changes also. Okay, what you need to do is you have to rewrite the sentence by changing the nouns from plural to singular. Okay, the plurals are already written in that and you have to change them into its singular. So the first sentence is, the shelves have many books on them. Okay, so here you can see shelves is there. To make it singular, that it is given in plural, right? But to make it singular, what we will do is the C, first one. So what we need to write is shelf, because that's the singular of shelves. Okay, so the answer is shelf. And one more thing, you need to make other necessary changes also, right? You have, you need to change it into has now, because we are talking about one shelf only. Okay, so have will be changed into has. Okay, and one more thing is that many would be changed into a, because in the above sentence we were talking about many books. Now we have to change it into singular, so now we will talk about only one thing. That is why many would be changed into a. Okay, and the example is there, books. So books will be converted into book, because now we are converting plural from plural to singular. Okay, so books will be converted into book, and it was written them in the last. Okay, so them will be converted into it, because that's a non-living thing. Okay, that is why we used it, not her or him, or like these examples. Okay, so this is what? This is the exercise of chapter 2, that is singular and plural nouns. Now we will do chapter number 4, that is collective noun. Now the word itself is suggesting us that collective nouns would be something which will be in a group. Okay. Okay, so I can say like that. In your book it is written on page number 10. Okay, page number 10 you can see that a collective noun is the name given to a group of people, animals, things or things of the same kind and spoken of as one whole. Okay, so I can call them as that it's the name given to a group of people, animal, place or thing of the same kind. Then that thing would be called as what? Collective noun. So some examples of collective noun are what? A bouquet of flowers. Right? You can see bouquet is suggesting bouquet is not having one flower only. It's having more than one flowers. And that is what these more than one flowers are being represented by one word, that is bouquet, which is what? It's telling us about the name of a group of things, right? So this is what? A collective noun. Okay? So bouquet is what? A collective noun. One more example is there, a team of players. So team is again representing what? The number of players in that group. Okay. So team is again a collective noun. Now moving to the exercise of this chapter. The first exercise, you can see it on page number 10 only. Exercise number A. Complete the phrases with collective nouns. And some of the collective nouns are given in the help box also. Like you have to use these collective nouns only, like gang, class, cluster, army, swarm, shoal, bunch, choir. So these are the words that are given in the help box, and you need to complete the phrases with the help of these words only, these collective nouns only. Okay. So the first exercise, first sentence, that is a dash of students. What is there of students? What would be from the help box? The suitable answer would be class. Okay, so a class of students, right? So class would be the answer. Okay, now the second one, a dash of robbers. Okay, so from the help box, the answer would be gang. Okay, gang of robbers. Now moving to the next exercise of this chapter, only, that is exercise number C. Okay. So C exercise is what? Fill in the blanks with appropriate collective nouns. And some collective nouns are already given into in the box. It is already given in the box, that is crew, collection, herd, bundle, team, pack, swarm or committee. So these are some collective nouns that we need to use in the below sentences. Okay. So Mr. Soni has a large dash of stamps. So the most suitable collective noun for this sentence would be collection. Okay. So the answer for the first one would be collection. Moving to the another exercise, which is on page number 12. Okay, so page number 12, D exercise, fill in the blanks with the most suitable nouns. Now, the collective noun is already given to us in the sentence. Okay, you need to fill it with the suitable nouns now. Okay, some nouns are given with us in the help box, that is X, singers, actors, lions, whales, teachers, drawers and geese. So these are some of the nouns that are given to us in the help box. Okay, so first sentence is a church choir is a group of dash. So choir would be sung by singers only, right? So the answer for D, first blank, would be singers, which we have taken from the help box that was given to us. Okay, that is singers. Okay. Now for the rest, you can refer to the PDF. If you want to cross check the answers, you can refer to the PDF which would be sent to you with this video only. So I hope you have revised it thoroughly. Stay fit, stay at your home. Thank you.